is a special moment in the pregame ceremonies. The playing of the national anthem as the teams gear up for the tip. We're coming at you from the Staples Center in beautiful downtown Los Angeles as the Clippers prepare. Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Doc Rivers.
He told me one of the more troubling tasks his team must do is to figure out how to slow down Russell Westbrook. He said that between his explosiveness and ability to change direction, they'll have to have all 5 guys keeping an eye on Westbrook whenever he's on the perimeter.
Thank you, Doris. Griffin sets the screen for Crawford. The feed to Griffin. Westbrook with the steal. It's Durant on the wing, defended by Mullins. Here's Gomes. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Gomes has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, his heart might be in Oklahoma City now, but growing up, Kevin Durant said he wanted to be, of all things, a Raptor. That's right, he was a Raptor fan. A lot of it, he said, was just wanting to be part of something new.
Shot clock at 6, and it's Paul penetrating, and the slam by Blake Griffin.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed. All of the above.
Westbrook passes to the Cobra. Tipped away. Now the Clippers moving it up. Paul with the ball. And Durant sends it back. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. For the Thunder, Kendrick Perkins. He's checked in for Adams. Collison comes in for Kevin Durant. And Jeremy Lamb subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Redick dishes to Collison. Collison off the pick for Mullins. Pass to Redick. Buries the long-range jumper. Redick's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And going back to Durant, I'm sure the Raptors would have loved to have had him. I got to be honest, I did not know he grew up a Raptors fan.
I had no idea. I'm guessing maybe he fell in love with Vince Carter at the dunk contest.
Maybe that was it, yeah.
In terms of rebounding, it's been a sensational opening quarter.
I like sensational. That's a good word for it.
And is out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain. So for Oklahoma City right now, the Cobra, he's in at point guard. Cephalosha is out there with Durant. Then there's Nick Collison, and it's Westbrook in at the 2 spot. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Thunder?
And they've come out in attack mode defensively, applying pressure and stealing the ball repeatedly.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers. You know, with so many high hopes, the Thunder seem to be everybody's pick to make it to the finals once again. They were so dominant throughout the regular season. Many thought it was a foregone conclusion, but the injury to Russell Westbrook kind of sidetracked all of that.
Just 5 to shoot. A fader. And it's in off the backboard. And now an 11-point Thunder lead.
You know, if you can't get around your defender, sometimes the best way to get a shot off is to go to that fadeaway.
Paul goes in, stolen by Durant. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. Gets it to go. And that's 10 points for Russell Westbrook.
Boy, what a significant turnaround here in the second quarter after only making 40% from the field in the first.
And back to the Thunder in the postseason. They did well to get by the Rockets after Westbrook injured his knee. But, Steve, they just didn't have the same dynamic punch when they later faced the Grizzlies. Ended up getting bounced out in the second round.
Well, it was a tough matchup for them because the Grizzlies are so good defensively, and when you take Westbrook out of the lineup, all of a sudden it changes everything. I thought Oklahoma City battled, but they just didn't have enough firepower without their point guard. And what I like about him, he needs very little time to get his shot off. If he has just a bit of room, that's all it takes. In a catch-and-shoot situation, he's going to let it fly.
And he is also a very rugged player at the defensive end. I mean, he will bull his way through any screen if it means staying on his man.
Here's Collison. It's rebounded by Reddick.
I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Crawford outside, and the shot is good. Crawford's got 6 points.
Tell you what, until this defense gets out and defends the three-point line, it's going to be a parade.
Yeah, we've already seen 3 in a row from out there.
Here's the Cobra, defended by Paul. No good from the Cobra.
Well, it was kind of an up and down last few months for J.J. Redick. Traded away by his team of almost 7 years in Orlando, ended up making a pit stop in Milwaukee before bouncing back to the open market. And there was certainly demand for his services. Every team in the league can use a laser shooter.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Purdy. Doris, what do you have?
Thanks, Kevin. The Cobra in the last game against the Wizards gave them a bit of a boost. He finished with 13 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. A bit of a surprise attack for him, as he is usually just regarded as a role player on his team.
All right, Doris, thanks. And Steve did another special game from a player that we know is incredibly capable for this team.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
And a fun game going on out at
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Now the second half. CP3 and Jamal Crawford make the back. Matt Barnes is out there with Griffin, and it's Green in at the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Green's got his first basket.
You know, size-wise, this is not a great one-on-one matchup for him, but he got that shot to go.
But you wouldn't know it by how he finished. That's a nice hoop there.
They get it back. Adams. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. With this break, let's show you the teams that led the league in assists last year. Fourth, the Clippers.
Yeah, wonderful passing team, and it was the kind of basketball that fans love to watch. Very unselfish. Steven Adams, originally from New Zealand. He's of English and Tongan descent. You don't hear that often in the NBA. Just played 1 year of collegiate basketball at Pitt, but kind of a raw prospect with a lot of ability. Very athletic, good size, and a really high character person.
Well, they found the touch here in the second half from the field, and everything else we talk about, folks, rebounding, defense, all of that, this game is still about making shots. You got to put the ball in the basket. That's the bottom line, and they found a way to do it here in the second half.
Here's the Cobra. He's covered by Collison. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Kevin, well, look here at last year in the NBA where the Clippers ranked. First in steals, 4th in assists, and they also showed up in the top 5 in shooting percentage. This is a team that knows how to execute its offense and get good shots.
And the thing that I like that you talked about, Clark, was the steals, because to me that's their identity as a ball club. Number 1 in the league in thefts. They tried to take the ball away from the offense and really convert at the other end, and when they got that game going, they were really tough.
Jeremy Lamb's checked in for Russell Westbrook. And Griffin backs in. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play. And Steven Adams, a little bit of an unknown, but certainly has upside.
Well, here we go again. 7 feet tall with a 7'5" wingspan and pretty good athleticism, qualities you like. Also impressed teams with his shooting at the combine. A big guy that has some length, mobility, and can shoot. That's somebody you got to take a look at.
And he continues to search for his rhythm. It's eluded him to this point.
Here's Paul. He's got 13. There's the lob to the hoop. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. And here's a quick look at how the Clippers' schedule is shaping up. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. And that'll be the 3rd of the 4 straight at home. And Los Angeles with some changes. Barnes comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Crawford in for Willie Green. Oklahoma City's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
Well, you look at the Clippers, and they clearly are one of the most entertaining teams in the NBA. One of the outstanding team shows you'll see. They have fun, they're up and down. But they're a hard-working group, and a lot of that you have to attribute to their leader, Chris Paul.
Paul, left side, feeds it to Crawford. Dishes it to Jordan. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And that one's good. Barnes.
The road back hasn't been an easy one, but they've managed to climb all the way out of the hole and tie this game.
I have to say, pretty remarkable, Steve. At one point, I thought they were done.
Well, Clark, as you were taking a look at the Clippers, they are a fun team, an amazing product so far with big names all around. But, you know, Steve, they've got to work hand in hand to make sure they're always at their best and not take things for granted.
Well, I think it's still a team that's a work in progress. You've got a young front line in Griffin and DeAndre Jordan, great point guard in Paul, but the new additions have helped, and I think it'll be interesting to see if this team can gel during the playoffs.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Gentlemen, Jamal Crawford's patented shake and bake crossover, one of the flashiest moves in the league. A behind-the-back crossover followed by a hop step the other direction. He said it was created out of fear. At 16 years old, in the Seattle Pro-Am League, he'd been locked up by an older player, held to only 2 points. He faced him again in the Pro-Am All-Star Game, unleashed the move impromptu, and it worked so well, he decided he had to master it. Guys, it's been one of his calling cards ever since.
That's right, Doris. Thanks.
He definitely keeps defenses on their toes.
Perry Jones, who's checked in for the Thunder. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
That was not a simple rebound. He made it look easy, but he did a good job in bodying up his man.
Here's the Cobra. 5 points in the game. Back to Westbrook. And it's blocked by Barnes. And as we conclude the 3rd quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. So the Thunder 5 right now. The Cobra in at point guard. Nick Collison out there with Durant. It's Jeremy Lamb. And it's Perkins in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the 4th. The dish to Lamb. Passes to the Cobra. Kicks it to Perkins. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Jordan. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. J.J. Redick's checked in for the Clippers.
You know, last season, the Thunder marched their way to the top seed in the West and spent most of the season battling for that top spot with San Antonio, and it was the Thunder's play on the road that was the big difference between the two.
Paul with the ball. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. He feeds it to Barnes. On the wing, Jamal Crawford.
Come on, back to that.
5 to shoot. And it's good. With time running down on the shot clock. And the Clippers lead by 3. You know, another note on the Thunder and the road dominance. You're always going to have to be fantastic on the road if you want to win in the West. And the Thunder, Steve, clearly the best in the West on the road.
Yeah, 26 wins for them, 2 more than the next few teams in the conference. And the only team that had more road wins than them on the year in the NBA was the Heat. So just a terrific season for the Thunder, both at home and on the road. Of course, kind of got derailed by the Westbrook injury in the playoffs.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Owens is checked in. And Durant sends it back. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Kevin Durant is one of the most laid-back and easygoing guys you'll meet in the NBA, but don't be fooled. He's as fiery a competitor on the court as anyone else in the league. He's a superstar because he has the talent, but also the drive.
Durant hits them both. And I think when you talk about the drive of Kevin Durant, Clark, it all comes from his love of the game.
I love watching Kevin Durant play. He is such a special talent, and you can see the inherent joy that he has in playing the game. I mean, it's palpable, it's obvious. He's a big-time gym rat, and he just loves to work on the game and continue to refine his skills. He's a joy to watch.
Seems to me that anytime the game is on the line, I mean, he's perfectly willing to be the hero, or the GOAT for that matter. And that's what it takes to be clutch in big situations. You can't be afraid to fail.
And that's not all there is to say about him, Steve. I mean, he also is a master of the pick and roll. Get the ball in his hands and set a screen for him, and there will be an easy bucket after it.
How it happens. He's wide open, but just couldn't get it to go.
Well-placed alley pass into the layup.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
Ball outside. Crawford. Back to Paul. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Paul's got 19 points.
Guys, this doesn't look like the same team defensively we saw in the first half. I mean, they're flat as day-old pop.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Over the last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Scott Brooks said to his team. They're getting outshot from the perimeter. He told them, we've got to close out faster on the outside shooters. These threes are killing us. Kevin, can they tighten their D?
Really good job on the inside that time. I mean, he had to work for that rebound. He got it done.
Griffin kicks to Paul. Crawford outside. A three. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Durant's got 9 rebounds now tonight. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
I'll tell you what, of all the things they did well last season, maybe the most impressive was sweeping the season series against these guys.
And there's the 3-second violation.
You cannot afford to make mistakes like that here in a tight game.
Russell Westbrook in for the Thunder. And the Clippers call time here. They're up by 3. 107 left in the game. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Both of these teams battling last year near the top of the conference.
I know it's a little bit of a shame it was so lopsided, but we'll see how things play out this year.
Los Angeles has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Green, the pass to Waynes. He dishes it to Morris. Clippers moving the ball around. And Waynes kicks to Green. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul. Barnes sets a screen for Green. 15 seconds left to play in the final quarter. That's good.
Just a little bit more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate the win.
Well, they can already start to celebrate, Steve, and they should let their team hear it. They were good.
And again, Oklahoma City, no good. So the Clippers winning this one easily.